Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Ooh, for some reason I just started coughing. I got a little tickle.
You need some water.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm okay right now, but I'm sure I'll vomit.
Oh dear.
As soon as we take a break.
I'll catch it.
Wouldn't it be something if you could control it that way? You just
Yeah.
say, I feel I need to, like when you need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
If you just knew, I'm going to need to throw up in a minute.
Just turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
that would be so nice. Then
Not right now.
Then you wouldn't ruin any clothes.
Right. Yeah. But I don't really anyway. I don't throw up on myself when I have to.
Yeah.
No,
You?
what I'm saying, like if kids could.
Oh,
do the same. I'm just envisioning.
Yeah. I'm just talking about adults being able to do it. Yeah.
But I'd like it if anybody could do that. That'd be great.
Yeah. If you're an adult and you're throwing up on your clothes, then you need to stop drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
I froed up.
Yeah, I wrote up.
So we have a big show for you today that we have prepared. It could be the Thanksgiving of shows. We've prepared so much.
Yeah. Highly underrated.
Yeah.
But everybody loves it.
And often people try to pass over it.
Yes.
And we're super full on
Somebody's-
happiness.
Somebody's usually drunk on it.
Yeah.
Abundance of happiness.
If you live in the Charlotte area and you need furniture, then you need Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. We love them, and you will too. So go to tjriggins.com/sweetdreams for Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Add tjriggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type tjriggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, tjriggins.com.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like Brad & Brothers Heating, Air, and Electrical. Find out more about Brad & Brothers at bradandbrothers.com.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I got a phone call yesterday from my dad. 2 phone calls from my dad. The first one was just regular discussing what was going on in their lives, like normal. Talked to him a lot. But then the second phone call came in at about 4:30, and which is weird. He only calls once a day. I'm like, uh-oh, this can't be good. And he's out of breath. I'm like, Dad, what's going on? My dad, hello? Sorry, I got a question. I was like, okay. He goes, Bri. I go, yeah. He goes, you eat hot dogs? What? He goes, do you eat hot dogs? And I went, yeah, why? He goes, no buns? I went, what? I don't know what you're asking me. Do I like yes, I eat hot dogs. I don't understand why you're asking. All right, I'll call you later. Hangs up the phone.
I'd
That
be
was it?
worried sick.
That was it. And I'm like, okay, well, I know that if anything were bad happening to him, he would give me more information than do you like hot dogs, which isn't even information. It's a question, an open, a weird question. So I'm like, what is going on? So I immediately call my mom. I'm like, where is Dad? She's like, oh, he's out on the trail. He's getting some cardio. I was like, okay, well, he just called me and asked me if I like hot dogs and hung up the phone. She was like, oh, yeah. Well, you need to talk to him about it. I was like, okay, all right. So I'll talk to him
Hot
like,
dog.
I don't care. So then I'm already asleep and he calls back and I'm like, now my natural curiosity just has to get to the bottom of it. He's like, basically what happened, he bought a bunch of hot dogs from Costco for a neighborhood event. They live in one of those retirement communities, 55 and up, and they were throwing some neighborhood appreciation something or whatever. They bought way too many hot dogs. He was like, we were going to take them back, but I figured Bri likes hot dogs, so I'll ask you if you like them and I'll buy you a pack of hot dogs, but I don't have any buns for them. So you'll have to bring your own buns. I was like, okay, all right, fine. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just happy that this weirdness is over. Yeah, I'll take the hot dogs. Thank you.
Oh my God. And he was on the trail. He was working out.
He's working out.
Yeah.
And I guess it just struck him.
Oh
He's like,
my
I got
God.
to talk to Bri again. I got to find out if he likes hot dogs. I'm 37 years old. Yeah, I've been eating hot dogs my whole life. You make Chicago-style hot dogs. We know. Everybody knows. I love them.
That's
Yeah, you
hilarious.
didn't need to call.
The fact that he's, first of all, you're going to go there to eat the hot dogs, but you're going to have to BYOB.
Yeah, bring your own bun.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
The bee has a whole different.
If your mom knows that you're coming to eat hot dogs, like she's not going to have buns in the house.
Well, he was saying he was going to give me the hot dogs. I would just have to supply my own buns.
Yeah.
You're like, thanks, we're good.
Yeah,
Like,
fine. I'll take the hot dog. I mean, if you need me to take them, I guess I will.
I'll buy some buns. Not a big deal. Yeah.
I'll get the buns or I'll eat
Yeah, but
them.
they don't live next door.
No. I
So
live in
you-
another state.
Yeah, you got to drive all that way to get a couple of packs of hot dogs.
I got to go home this weekend. I got to drop
okay.
off my dog for something, so I'll be down there. But it's just like the weirdest thing, and it's my parents in a nutshell. Like giving me half the information, then hanging up, and then when I call them back, you can't get them on the phone. You cannot.
I love that about them. I wouldn't love it if I were you because I'd be worried sick all the time. But I love hearing stories like that. They're just like.
Because I would think he called to talk about hot dogs, but the line dropped, and now I can't get him.
Yeah.
Right.
Did somebody attack him?
Right.
Yeah.
What was going on? Because I know he wouldn't just leave it like that.
Exactly.
He obviously was running for his life because he was.
So you're telling the detectives the last thing he said was no buns?
No buns? Well, yeah, no buns. I guess I know I don't have them on me on my person right now.
I do like hot dogs, but I want them on a bun.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf. Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
So I guess if your name is Rob, it might be appropriate for you to get robbed, right?
Sure.
You think Rob got robbed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so funny if it happened, like it did yesterday with our Tech D Rob.
Yep. What?
I went to Walmart to get some bottled water and Propel packets, like we've talked about. I can't drink my water plain; it's boring. And while I was there,
It's a texture thing.
yeah, I like a grape flavor in my water.
Sure, gives it a better texture.
So while I was there, I was ordering on the Subway app because they have a Subway in the Walmart. And I got my stuff and I checked out, put the Propel in a bag, and one of two things happened here. I either left it in that bag or when I went back to the Subway, it was in the cart that I left at the door and somebody jacked it. I don't know.
Yeah, so he left his cart parked outside the little Subway.
Because I figure they don't want carts in the Subway.
Yeah.
And there's a
But
person,
I'm gonna bet that somebody walked by and saw it and saw that it was already paid for and then just took it.
that's my bet too.
Probably the only time something like that's ever happened in a Walmart.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, oh man.
So I lost $4.
Not just that. I mean, he didn't get to drink water.
Yeah.
Right.
Still
That's
thirsty.
true.
All day.
Yeah. I'm still feeling the repercussions.
So you just got your Subway sandwich? Do you still get the sandwich?
Well, the sandwich was also a debacle because I ordered it online. I got a meatball and pepperoni sub. And while I was in Walmart, I got a call from them. We're like, we don't have meatballs.
Oh, jeez.
So I went, well, can you put chicken on it? No, we can't do chicken. That's more expensive.
Well,
Like, then I'll pay extra.
Well, he was probably getting a special on the app or something.
Yeah. I had I was getting one for my mom as well, and they were buy two for $12.99,
Okay.
which was a killer deal for 2 footlongs.
Right. Well, it's true.
But not when you can't get what you want.
Right. And
Mama
so,
wants a meatball sub. You either gonna make it for Mama or you're not.
so I finished my shopping because I knew I was just getting the 2 things, and then I went back up to the Subway, and they said, we can't cancel that order, because I asked if they could, and they go, like I said, they said you'll have to do it in the app. I said, well, it says you're building my sandwich right now, so it won't let me cancel. So they said, well, we can give you like salami or ham instead of meatballs. So all right, just give me ham and get this
This
over.
is why you shouldn't use an app.
No, this is why I don't go back to that Subway.
Or say that somebody's building a sandwich.
Right. Block by block. Bread by bread.
Right.
Sorry.
It says you're building my sandwich, and I want to see where the contractors have signed off on it.
Yeah.
What
I
you've
need
done
to
so
approve.
far.
Yeah.
Is it up to code? Is my sandwich up to code?
Yeah. I can guarantee it's not up to code since it's in a Walmart.
They were out of lettuce too, like at the Subway.
So
But I guess they can't just run over there around the corner and get some lettuce.
And they probably
Yeah.
had some in the back. They were just
Yeah.
like, we're not going. We're busy.
so you didn't go get more Propel and just
I
check
didn't want
out.
to go back through a Walmart after I've already been through there. It was packed.
He's already having to talk to people that
Right.
he didn't want to talk to. He's probably about to go into shock, is he?
I should have had to just go in and say, pick up order for Rob. And they'd have been like, here you go. But no, it had to be difficult.
And you'd have gone home, eaten that Subway sandwich, and sipped on some Propel flavored water.
I had a good day. I would have had a good day.
But instead, what'd you end up with? Heartaches. Nothing but heartaches.
Yep.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's Riggins, and if you love dogs like me, it's heartbreaking when you see posts online that show a cute dog at the shelter with a last day deadline. Wouldn't it be awesome if there were no more last day calls for these dogs? There's a great new organization called No More Last Days. They just launched a website with one goal: to help dogs while featuring like-minded organizations who do good work. Visit tjriggins.com/lastdays or visit them in person at the booth at the Carolina Renaissance Festival every weekend through November and see how they're making a difference and how you can help. tjriggins.com/lastdays.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Table and Twine and their great subscription program. Go to tableandtwine.com and check it out for yourself. That's tableandtwine.com for Table and Twine.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, Riggins, before we do your now pending thing,
Yeah.
I want to later on in the hour, what do you think about doing a segment called, now I don't mean to nitpick, because I've got a nitpicky thing.
When do you not have a nitpicking
I know,
thing?
right? It's enough to do a segment.
Good. Yeah, I think that sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay.
But you're going to be busy later on today because it is National Men Make really screwed that up, didn't I? National Men Make Dinner Day.
I know.
So you better get back to the kitchen after.
Yeah.
Are you in favor of a National Men Make Dinner Day?
No.
Why not?
I mean, because it's just another thing to divide people and point out that women are put upon and men are misogynists, and you get in there and cook. Like, there are so many men that cook now.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the 50s anymore. As a matter of fact, far less women now than ever before even know how to cook. That's why I say men and women need to know how to cook something. You know, be able to cook for yourself. So no, I don't like that, nor do I like tomorrow's holiday, which is Women Mow the Yard Day.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
See,
Women Mow the Yard Day?
See, that sounds awful, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not real. I made it up. But you see, you take something that stereotypically men do at home and say that tomorrow women have to do it, and it's got a whole different negative connotation to it.
It's true. I'm more hurt that you'd lied to me.
Yeah, you would be.
But before you head into the kitchen to make dinner on National Men Make Dinner Day, you can stop at Starbucks and grab one of their new holiday beverages that are in stores today, like a peppermint mocha, a caramel brulee latte, chestnut praline latte, and a cranberry orange refresher. Get it? Not cranberry, it's cranberry, along with their new holiday cups. So it's very exciting to a lot of people.
As soon as we turn these microphones off for the day, y'all better not be in my path. Because I will run over y'all to get to Starbucks.
Maybe get a latte with their new gingerbread cream cold foam. They've got also 5 different cold foams that you can add to your beverages.
Well, I mean, I do like a flavored cream in the coffee.
Absolutely.
But I like hot coffee, though.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. And then all the top trending topics still revolve around the election. Kamala Harris conceded the election yesterday afternoon in a 12-minute speech. She said, this isn't the result we wanted, the standard issue. And she said, we got to keep fighting.
I forgot how many they said, like the increase in percentage of Google searches Tuesday were people searching, did Joe Biden drop out?
Really?
Yeah. After all those billions of dollars that were spent on advertising and all of this stuff, people still are like, where's Joe Biden? What happened?
That is pretty scary. So what do TJ, I, and Luke Combs all have in common? I'm going to tell you coming up next.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
The TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show is brought to you by Richard Toccato Companies, expert and trusted mortgage broker servicing North and South Carolina since 1999. It's a free 5-minute phone call away, 704-800-4719, or log on to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
It's kind of a crazy story that I didn't know about. Luke Combs, who's one of the biggest, country music superstars, maybe one of the biggest stars in music overall, talked about this during a recent show. He's got that cover of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car.
Yeah, from the 80s.
And he said, I didn't know this. Maybe this was common knowledge. She called him, or when they were talking about the song, she said, I got to let you know that you did screw up the lyrics. And he said, that was the first time I knew that I had recorded the song incorrectly. What he says, we still got to make a decision, when in fact the original lyrics are, we got to make a decision. Mm-hmm. So I guess it came out on the record, and I don't know if he went and re-recorded it, but he talked about this during a show, and he said, I wanted to crawl into a hole when she told me that.
And I like, excuse me, have been the biggest fan of that song, the original, way before anybody else was on to Tracy Chapman, like young people or anything. I'm a huge Tracy Chapman fan, but I don't get the bowing down and the, oh my God, I've offended Tracy Chapman. And all she asked him was, why did he change it? She didn't say you screwed it up. He said, I screwed it up when I was recording it. he should have changed, and this is my problem with the song that he did from the very beginning, is that he should have changed a lot more words in it and made it sound like it was coming from a man singing it and not a woman singing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he should have.
A cover should be updated with like gender, whatever they call that.
When you got Luke Combs and he's saying, your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder.
Yeah.
And you know that was a woman who wrote that. And she's talking about driving down the road or whatever. And her man, they're just the two of them trying to make it, running away from home. Yeah, it didn't fit. I wish he would have changed it a little bit.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But he obviously felt terrible about his interaction with the celebrity. I've had that experience. TJ, I think you have. My story is that I grew up loving Anthony Hamilton, a local artist. He's a big deal, but he's from our area. I love his music, and I got the chance to meet him one night. And he went to shake my hand, and I went to give him a fist bump. And then he went to a fist bump, and then I tried to shake his hand, and I ended up just like grabbing his fist. It was really uncomfortable, and I screwed up like a great. Rob loves reminding me about it.
I brought it up yesterday.
He brings it up all the time, but it was really embarrassing. And then TJ, I know you had a really awkward moment with a celebrity years ago when you and Ace interviewed Janet Jackson.
Yeah, we went backstage and listeners had won, the opportunity to meet her and everything, and she was weird as you would expect.
Yeah,
but so beautiful. And as we were walking away, I just reached out and just touched her forearm, it was almost like I was saying, "Are you even real?" And of course, Ace exaggerated, made it seem like that she was about ready to call the police. She just kind of looked at me, but she was looking at everybody that way anyway because she was just weird, and she just. It was almost like she didn't want to even, she wanted a fence around her.
Yeah.
And this was way back before, there was, violating personal space just by getting close to somebody in public. They weren't. So yeah, she was weird.
She was weird.
Wasn't my fault. She was weird.
Just a Jackson,
Yeah, you know how they are, that Jackson family.
That's great.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Our friend Richard Ticcato, the Richard Ticcato Companies, is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Ticcato Companies.
Richard Ticcato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Lily and Grace, Design, Home, Living. It's Lily and Grace. Go to TJRiggins.com/LG to find out more. That's TJRiggins.com/LG.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So, yesterday, Vice President Kamala Harris conceded the race, congratulated President Trump, and then gave a speech. Usually they do a speech after the election has been called, and they say, we gave it the good fight. And she waited until yesterday afternoon and did a pretty good job with her speech. But the line that they pull out in this particular news organization where I'm reading the story as the best line of her speech, quote, "The light of America's promise will always burn bright as long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting," end quote. Now, I don't mean to nitpick.
Yeah.
But whoever wrote this speech doesn't know proper grammar and use of adverbs. So the line that is highlighted as, and I don't care, this isn't about politics. This is about someone who has the spotlight on them as a speechwriter. Everybody in the world's listening to this speech, and you still make a grammatical error in it. And the media picks that sentence with the grammatical error in it to highlight. So they don't know. It should say America's promise will always burn brightly, not burn bright, burn brightly.
Right, it's an adverb.
Yeah.
L-Y.
How does it burn? Brightly.
Yeah.
That's how you find out if something needs an adverb. You ask how.
Yeah. I wonder if that is the speechwriter or she just maybe misread it, do you think?
No, that would be the speechwriter, yeah.
That's I mean, really, if that's your whole gig, you better make sure your grammar's on point.
Yeah. I don't think they teach it anymore. You know how they say they don't teach cursive anymore in school?
Yeah.
I think they've given up on teaching the children proper grammar.
Text talk. That's all it is. Yeah. I love that that's what you took out of that speech.
I mean, she might as well have just said, they might as well have just written it for her to say, the light of America's promise will always burn fire emoji.
Yeah, right.
Or will always fire emoji.
That would have been picked up. That's funny.
But, that's the kind of thing that even people who like me and like me on the show would go, oh, come on. Nobody likes Nobody likes a person who who knows proper grammar. Nobody likes them.
Yeah.
Regular people don't.
It's the surprise lecture that you don't expect.
Yeah.
That might throw. Let me teach you something. Wait a minute, I'm not ready to learn anything right now.
But how many people proofread that? And when you think this has to be perfect. I mean,
yeah. It's 12 minutes. It's concise. It's an historic, important speech. You want to make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, all that stuff.
She's a historic candidate.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, Kamala, do you want to try a joke maybe at the end? Like crack some jokes? Like, who hired you?
Yeah, we need a new speechwriter.
Yeah, I think so.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
Hey, it's Riggins, and if you love dogs like me, it's heartbreaking when you see posts online that show a cute dog at the shelter with a last day deadline. Wouldn't it be awesome if there were no more last day calls for these dogs? There's a great new organization called No More Last Days. They just launched a website with one goal: to help dogs while featuring like-minded organizations who do good work. Visit tjriggins.com/lastdays or visit them in person at the booth at the Carolina Renaissance Festival every weekend through November and see how they're making a difference and how you can help. tjriggins.com/lastdays.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like CompuCom, because every company is a technology company now. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace isn't easy. Let CompuCom help. CompuCom.com for more information. That's CompuCom.com for CompuCom.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
All right. We on this show, the members of the show and the company, we care very deeply for each other. We're not just co-workers and whatnot. We really care about each other. We're almost like family. Not family, thank God, but we're close. And this has been bothering me because I I don't want to see this come to resentment and that sort of thing. Rob has taken to doing something that is driving Riggins crazy. And Riggins almost had an episode the other day, and we need to get to the bottom of it and see what we can do to rectify the situation. So Rob told you something the other day about himself that you had never noticed, and now all you can do is notice.
That's all I think about. That's all I hear. I erupted the other day. I mean, I really did. I lost it. I'll admit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Tech D Rob just casually mentioned, he goes, yeah, I do this thing where I chew my tongue. And it's so bad that the people I play online games with tell me to take off my headset because it's bothering them so much. And I went, what are you talking about? I've known Rob almost 20 years. I don't know, a long time. I'd never noticed this thing. And now since he mentioned it 2 weeks ago, it's all I notice. It is so gross.
Does it make noise?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm creeped out by smacking noises in people's mouths and stuff like that, but I don't hear it.
I was shocked that you didn't say anything because it had been going on for weeks now because he's closer to us in proximity. I hear it all the time. And it's like this. Do it, Rob.
Yeah.
And it's like constant. So finally, after the show was over, you know, I got these headphones in all day and I take my headphones out, my head is pounding, and then I hear it. It's like when you're in the middle of the night when you're trying to go to sleep and you hear your dog licking its paw.
Uh-huh.
And you just want to kill him. And finally, I was like, Rob, please stop. And he goes, I'm sorry. I don't even know I'm doing it.
It's when I'm deep in thought or working on something, I just do it and I don't even notice.
He doesn't even notice.
And does it hurt?
No.
You bite and suck on your tongue?
No. So maybe I've put some calluses on there or something.
Yeah.
Are you biting the side of your tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Maybe I've heard it, and I've just because I wasn't looking at him, or either one of you, and I thought it was you hitting your vape stick or whatever.
No, they don't sound anything alike.
It does. It does too. It's like a, and then when you take it out of your mouth, it smacks like that.
That's not. You're making that up. You're just lying now. You're just lying.
No, I'm not.
But yeah, well, he has dialed it back considerably in the last couple of days.
I do try. It's just there's going to be times it's still going to happen.
I'm sure it will.
And you just think that you never noticed it before because he was in a different room?
I don't know what happened. Yeah, maybe we're just closer, and he brought it to my attention.
Yeah, I think when the mics are up, I'm not doing it because I'm focused on not making noises. Then
Yeah,
but like when we're off, I'm just like, all right,
chewing time.
Yeah. It's all so gross.
Yeah,
But I better not hear it. That's all I'm going to say. I better not hear it.
I hope you
Is
don't.
that a fireable offense?
Yeah.
It will be. You have to fire him.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin AmeriPub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time, go to Blackfin AmeriPub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show is brought to you by Richard Toccato Companies, expert and trusted mortgage broker servicing North and South Carolina since 1999. It's a free 5-minute phone call away, 704-800-4719, or log on to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com.